Good morning, folks. So it's been a little while. Just haven't really had much to say, so haven't really recorded anything. But thought that I would record something today because, well, it's been too long. Just got into my car, heading to work, and it is rainy and crappy. It's also trash day, which means I had to take the trash out and get rained on for a few minutes, which is why I look a bit damp. As you probably noticed, looked better before I was in the rain, but I did get a haircut. If you were on Jen's live stream from Sunday, you probably saw my new haircut. Yeah, I've been bad. I haven't really been keeping up with my videos, nor my step goals. So I do need to get onto that. Man, it's really coming down outside. Just clean the rain off my glasses, put them on so I can continue driving legally. And we're off to the races. I'm actually going to be on Tuesday going to be going to the car dealership to get a new car. Thinking about getting something that's significantly less expensive. My current car is like most people, one of my largest expenses, and just having difficulty with money, which I think a lot of people are, but I think one of the things that I can do is to get a less expensive car, and that way I'll have a little bit more wiggle room to work with when I, for my finances. Let's see here. Yeah, another thing that I've been kind of slacking off on, and again, this kind of goes with the step count, is that I've also been slacking off on keeping to a keto diet. I haven't weighed myself in a little bit, so hopefully I haven't really slipped too much. But yeah, again with Sunday for Jen's live stream, we had lasagna. which, as you very well might know, is not very keto. It's not very keto friendly. Pasta is a big no-no. Was it last week or the week? No, it was the week before. Was it last week? No, it was last week. My nephew graduated kindergarten, so we went out. We all went out as a family and got dinner, and my parents chose to go to an Italian restaurant with pretty much no keto-friendly options, which should come as no surprise, since Italian restaurants have lots of carbs. I also stayed up fairly late last night, playing my game, playing Diablo 3. It's actually a pretty cool season this season. As I mentioned, it was Legacy of Nightmares, so that is there's a set item, an item set that you can have throughout the rest of the anytime you have an item set that's 2 rings, so one ring on each hand, and one ring is called the Litany of the Undaunted, and the other one is called the Wailing Host. That's W-A-I-L-I-N-G. And by wearing these rings, they check to see how many ancient items or primal items you have, and as long as you have no other set bonuses on your character from any other sets, it gives you a massive damage boost based on the number of ancient and primal legendary items that you have. So I got my first useful primal yesterday, actually. And gave me a significant damage boost. And so yeah. I am going to hop off here for a few minutes. I'm going to go into the store to get some stuff to drink for throughout the day. So I will be back very shortly. Alright, and I am back. So I got my my drinks, and I am off to work. So yeah, I currently drive a Subaru Legacy, and looking to get a less expensive Subaru because if I get a Subaru, I'll probably get a loyalty bonus type thing, which they'll knock some off of my car, you know, some of the cost. Excuse me. So, before I had a Subaru Legacy, I actually had a Subaru Impreza, and that was actually a few $100s less per month in terms of my monthly payment. So thinking that if I could get an Impreza for my next car that could, since it has a lower payment, that could actually give me some more money in my pocket for covering other expenses. Right now I do actually owe the IRS a bit of money in back taxes because of a former job where I was technically not an employee. I was paid as a contractor. I don't know if it was technically a contractor position, but that's essentially how it was. Yeah, so the downside to that is that I was, for all intents and purposes, my own employee. So I was self-employed, and for anyone who's ever been self-employed, you know that not only do you pay income tax, but your employer also pays income tax. The problem is that being self-employed means that you pay income tax and your employer pays income tax, and they're both you. So I worked for 6 years, basically underpaying my taxes, and now I'm paying the IRS back. So that is one of my other large expenses, and hopefully in a few years I'll get out of that by paying it off. And yeah, in the meantime, it's a pretty high amount that I'm paying. Relatively low as far as the total amount, how much, so it'll take a while to actually pay off. It's low, it's a low payment for the amount, so yeah. But I'm paying that every month, and yeah. I'm also kind of hoping that when I get my new car on Tuesday, that they will, that they'll cover the first payment. I know a lot of auto dealerships do that. And you've probably noticed by now my habit of putting my hand on the headrest for the passenger seat. I don't know why I do that. I just do that. It's something that I've done for years. Actually, scratch that. I do know why I do that. Because when I had one of my previous cars had a very small armrest. Up to that point, I had put my arm on the armrest in the center console for the car while driving. And then I got this car with a very small armrest that was out of the way, and I had nowhere to put my arm, so I started putting my arm kind of on the shoulder of the passenger seat and my hand on the headrest. It's kind of stuck since then. As I said before, I was trying to eat keto. The downside is that the downside to the American diet is that carbs are cheap. So eating stuff that's going to make you fat is cheap, and eating stuff that'll help you to lose weight, to get down to a healthier weight, you have to pay more for. If you take a look at the obesity epidemic, in all of the United States, and wonder, why are there so many people that are obese? Well, you have to also wonder why a cheeseburger is $1 and a salad, which isn't even that good for you, considering the contents of the dressing and stuff often is full of carbs and stuff like that that'll make you fat also. Why a salad is like $5. Years ago, I actually went to Weight Watchers, and I brought this to their attention at one point. McDonald's had a promo at one point, or I looked at their menu, and they had their prices, and they had a hamburger was $1.05, $1.05. A cheeseburger was $1.15, and a double cheeseburger was $1. Yeah. So it actually, and that was before they came out with the McDouble. So that was when they were promoting their double cheeseburgers and selling them for $1 and making you feel like a clown for ordering something that would have been relatively better for you. Yeah. But I'm hoping to get back on the keto bandwagon. It's just been tough with money being tight. I'm also eating smaller portions now, so that should cut down on cost as well as hopefully help me to lose weight. But again, as I mentioned before, I haven't been keeping up with my step counts. Full disclosure. the weather has not been cooperating, which I know is an excuse. But as right now, it's raining. It's pouring. It's lightning and thundering and all that stuff. And yeah, so it's no condition right now for me to walk outside. And therein is what I should do, is walk not outside. So I do have a gym membership, and I know this is not a novel idea for me, but I am right now thinking about going to the gym after work today. We'll see if that pans out, or if I come up with some other lame excuse as to why I'm not going to the gym. Hopefully I will just suck it up and go and get a little bit of exercise. Or at the very least, I mean, I go to the store and walk around for a little bit. I think my excuse last night was that I wanted to come home and record a video, which, again, I never got around to. But I hope to have that remedied soon. Sorry, sinus is acting up. Anywho, so I'm just about at work, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye.